you walked out and you were like, you're like, where is my underwear? Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Memes and Dreams. Today we got episode 6, right?
Yep, number 6.
My name's Adam. This is my co-host Jason.
Hey.
And we're gonna be giving it to you fresh today. I'm giving you some really good topics, some sweet deets. We're gonna kick it off with the meme of the week as always, and then we also after that we're gonna be discussing Astroworld and the kind of like the thoughts on it, the review as it were, and we're going to be talking about 2019 expectations in terms of movies coming out as well as TV shows coming out. We got a lot of stuff going on in 2019, so we're going to be breaking that down. And then after that, we're going to be dipping into the new season of football. We're going to be hitting it up with
back.
Football's back. Jason, what are you going to be covering?
We're going to go over Cowboys, of course.
Of course.
And then what we expect for the new season.
Mm-hmm.
And just overall happy that football's back. Because it's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to be covering a lot of that, and that'll pretty much do it.
Yeah.
We're going to shoot for 30 minutes, just like always. We might go a little over. It's okay. We're having a good time. So, let's go ahead and kick it off with the meme of the week.
Yeah. It is going to be the Kim K meme.
Mm-hmm.
She did a photo shoot for the Yeezy Butters, and it did not go well.
No. The Butters are like just a new colorway of the Yeezy 350 V2s, which are, I'll put a picture in the video so you can see, but and you'll see it on her. But the meme's pretty on point.
Yeah, anytime something happens, the internet is always there, and they're gonna shit on you for anything you do if you're famous.
Yeah, and especially if she posted a picture of herself laying like lifeless on a bed, wearing the Yeezys, and she just put "like butter" in the caption. They gobbled that shit up. So like they ended up taking, they put her in. One of them's like she's in the Toy Story toy bin.
That's my favorite one.
Right? Yeah. With like all the other toys like...
So when Andy walks in the room, they're like...
they put her on Twister, like a Twister mat on the ground. They put her next to the lady who's like, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh yeah, the life alert.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll put those in the video as well. But what are your thoughts on this meme, Jason?
I like it.
It's a good one, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's a quality
Especially,
meme.
like, going after somebody that famous.
Yeah.
And that shows, like, nobody's safe.
Yeah, exactly. It's Kim Kardashian. Yeah. She's got, like...
billions
of followers.
Yeah.
She has an app. She has a fucking application. But no one is safe. Anyone can get memed. I really like that, it's one of those memes that you can tell that probably got on her nerves.
Yeah.
Because, like, she would keep seeing it and probably be like, what the fuck is this shit? But it was a, quality meme.
Yeah.
I think they fucking nailed it with that one.
Yeah. Good job, Internet.
Good job. Hats off to you. Moving on to our next topic, which is Astroworld, the latest album released by Travis Scott. Now, this is studio album number 3. Is that right?
So, yeah.
Astroworld has been hyped for about a year now, and its release, my thoughts, I loved it. I'm still playing it. And it released, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Roughly? But yeah, I'm still on it. I think it was, I think the production was great. I think we got a lot of Travis Scott being Travis Scott, and what I mean by that is there's a lot of extra vocal production.
A lot of auto-tune.
A lot of auto-tune. Some parts, like, I'll play through my car speakers or my HomePod, and they couldn't keep up. There's certain parts where it was like, you just feel like a weird, like, kind of rumble here and there. And I was like, kind of like this, but also, what the fuck are you doing to my speakers? But, overall, I really like the I just like the flow of the album. I feel like it definitely kept the consistency that we've seen with Rodeo as well as Birds in the Trap, Sing McKnight. It's kind of a transition into this theme park mentality, this Astroworld, where you get a little bit of a taste of every style of Travis Scott, including features that were fucking awesome.
The Drake one's the best one.
The Drake one was at Sicko Mode, amazing. You got Carousel with Frank Ocean. That was a fucking dope feature.
Yeah.
I think my favorite song on it right now is Astro Thunder, because it uses these little sound samples that are like these little shooting stars. And it's fucking cool. And I like it a lot. Jason, what do you think about it?
I thought it was really good. The only thing I didn't like about it is like all the songs kind of sounded the same to me. Like, he didn't really switch it up a little bit here and there, but like the whole kind of like theme to it sounded the same.
Okay.
But besides that, I thought it was good.
Yeah,
I still liked
podcast.
I still thought it was a good album.
Yeah. It's a good one. I mean, and once again, we talked about this in other episodes of Memes and Dreams. It's the year of the album drops.
Yeah.
It's the year of new music, and
a lot of hype.
Yeah, and I think that's an incredible thing to be able to see. When everyone lines up, and because think about it, we've gotten stuff from Kanye, stuff from Drake, stuff from Cudi, stuff from Mac Miller just released, Astroworld released. We had J. Cole released this year, Logic released this year. Pusha. The list goes on. Nas released his fucking album this year. It just keeps going on and on. So I think that that's great to see, because it definitely raises the bar. And 2018 was the year of music for sure. 2019, however, that's the year of movies, and that's the year of television, and that's for multiple reasons, but two major things going on. The first thing, and this is fucking huge, for everybody out there who is on their HBO game, they know what they're doing there. They have the logins. Maybe they pay for HBO now. Maybe they bootleg it. I'm not gonna judge.
Guilty.
Sorry. But Game of Thrones.
It's coming back.
Game of Thrones coming back to go forever.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the final season? What do you think about it? What do you think it's gonna be like?
I wish it wouldn't end, because it's such a great show. But I understand why it ends. They're completing the story. I can't wait to see what kind of fucked up shit happens.
Yeah.
And dragons. And ice dragons.
Fucking ice dragons.
So
made of ice that shoot ice out of. Because that's how it works, right?
Fire ice.
Fire ice.
Yeah.
Ice. Yeah. I think that's totally, because we've been seeing everything just build up, and then over the last 2 seasons, I would say,
it's starting to come together.
It's starting to come together, and everything's
Jon
popping
Snow
up.
and Khaleesi fucked, so
They
boinked.
They boinked. Yeah. They shit boinked.
Yeah. So I can't wait to see what happens because of that. I'm sure that's gonna have some implications.
And I guess, once again, I would say spoilers, but if you have not seen season 7 by now,
yourself.
Yeah, kill yourself. Go away. Don't listen to this podcast anymore. Psych, listen to this podcast. It's recommended to everybody.
Rate
It's
and
subscribe. Rate, subscribe. I think it's going to be a great season. I think it's going to be an event. It's going to be like it is a moment in history where it's oh yeah, you can tell your grandkids, right? Oh, I'll watch this fuck TV show with everybody, and what obviously there's no relation in the actual content, but what I Love Lucy was, back then, that's what we have now with Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And it's phenomenal that people will get together every night, or every week, once a week, and then just have these watch parties and just tune in, and it's the talk
of the town.
It's the fucking talk of the town.
Yeah.
You're in an elevator and you're
hey,
saying
see Game of Thrones last night.
You know what I'm saying? Game of Thrones. Those fucking dragons are wild. It's crazy. It's a crazy conversation.
Yeah.
But I think that the fact that they're closing it off with the final season next year, that marks it for television. But also,
Is Stranger Things coming back next year?
Honorable mention for Stranger Things Season 3. Holy shit. So, Stranger Things, Netflix has done Netflix has done kind of an amazing job with, like, their production, right? When you look at the, like, the studio, side of Netflix, you see the quality exclusive content that they're releasing. It's getting better and better and better. And I think that Stranger Things is a testament to how Netflix is not afraid to take the risks that bigger studios or networks are. Considering that Stranger Things was passed up on, what is it? Like, it was some crazy number.
It was like 20-something studios.
Yep. Yeah, I think it was like 20-ish. Like that. That's crazy. That many people said no, and then Netflix saw the vision. They picked up the creativity on it, and
an awesome show.
Yeah, we have a fantastic.
Yeah.
I can't wait for season 3. And it's gonna be fucking dope.
Yeah.
Get all of our 80s nostalgia.
Yeah.
For all of the 90 kids out there, that'll be fucking weird. But that'll be cool.
Yeah.
What else? Anything else happening on television? What if Office did their reunion next year?
A lot of talk about that.
There's been a lot of chatter.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking cool, dude.
Yeah.
I would freak out. And you see on like Twitter.
How many episodes do you think they did? Like just one, like 10 episode season or something like that?
That'd be amazing. If they could pull that, yes. I'd be
cool
lucky
like
to get an hour.
episodes.
Yes,
yeah.
That'd be so fucking cool.
Either
and then
that,
just like a comeback season.
Yeah, either that or do like a TV movie or something.
Yeah, and they show like Jim and Pam in Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
They show Dwight, married to Angela, running the Scranton branch. They show Michael with Holly and his kids. There's a lot of meat. A lot of meat on that possibility there.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So that'd be really neat to see. I will say, it's not next year, but I am very excited. It's the end of this year. It's gonna be in September. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia returns for season 13. 13 seasons for a show like that is insane when you think about it, because the concept of like what they do like episode after episode is they take these controversial topics and they just fuck with them. Like they just mess around with them, do whatever they want, and it's like it's so well done. Like there's so much like tact in each episode that you barely notice it, but the stuff they're talking about is huge, and you never find any other TV show really tackling it the same way. So September 5th, I believe, is the release of season 13. Very excited to see what happens there. Any other TV we're missing out on?
I think that's it, but what's going on in the movie front?
The movie front?
Yeah.
Movie front's looking good, y'all. So on the movie front, we have a couple pretty big fucking things popping off. Number one, I'm going to lead it in from this. We have Captain Marvel, which is going to lead us straight into Infinity War Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, if you've seen Infinity War Part 1, Infinity War, I don't even have to say it, you know what's up. You know that the part 2 of that is going to be cataclysmic. That's the only word I can fucking use for it. Cataclysmic. It's going to be mind-boggling, and I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
How do you feel still pretty, relatively fresh, it just came out on digital, without spoilers, how do you feel about the end of Infinity War?
I was shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did not feel good.
No. A little queasy feeling right here?
I just felt like I was like floating away out of the theater, like
Yep.
turning to dust.
Yep.
Just.
Yep.
They did it to me. My friend Mr. Stark was there, and I told him, I don't feel good, Mr. Stark.
Oh my god. Accurate. I felt shitty. The credits were rolling, and I was just like sitting there, and I was like, I don't know whether to be angry or like really like wowed by how good of a fucking movie it was, or like a little sad. It was a mix of emotions all at one time. Yeah. Which a movie, and it's not so much. I wouldn't say it's the movie individually on its own, but it's the franchise. You know, it's everything up to that point, leading up to that moment.
I mean, there's like what 20 movies before that.
Yeah, it's a fuckload.
Yeah.
Like you know how there's been too many movies. I won't say too many, but like in the sense of a franchise, like just too many. They stopped making box sets. When they stop doing that, something's going on.
Yeah.
When the guy's like, you know what, guys, let's not release them all together because there's going to be another 50 coming out in the next 2 days. Then yeah, that's kind of a sign. So we have Infinity War Part 2, which is going to be the conclusion to the fucking adventure that we saw the Avengers go on in the first one. That's going to be amazing. Mm-hmm. And then we got Star Wars coming in.
Ooh, baby.
We got Star Wars coming in hot because it's the third one. It's the
last one.
It's the last one. So we're seeing the end of Game of Thrones. We're seeing the end of Star Wars. And probably the end of the Avengers, too. All in 1 year. So when we talk about 2019 entertainment expectations, this is kind of what we're going toward is like, this is going to be a huge year, not just for IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, the ratings, whatever. No. It's going to be a huge year for, like, people, for, like, the community. Just to be able to witness these, like, big moments in you know, entertainment, storytelling.
I mean, like, TV's gotten really big in culture this time. Like, so people love watching it, and like, it's what people talk about now. Like,
yeah.
So it's gonna affect everybody.
It's the golden age of television all over again.
Yeah, pretty much.
I love that saying. I think that's very accurate because everyone's rushing to it. Netflix, Hulu, HBO's always been producing their own content, but they've been ramping.
Yeah.
So we've been getting some good shit. So that's kind of it for the expectations on the entertainment side. But let's talk expectations for this year right now in sports.
Football's back.
Football's back, everybody.
Real quick before that, Tiger's back. Tiger finished second in a major.
Tiger Woods. In case you were about to forget about him, don't. He won't fucking let you.
Yeah, he's back, y'all.
That's awesome. It's happy to I'm happy to see him give him the old
the old fist bump.
Yes.
When Tiger's doing good, it's good for the sport of golf because that means people are paying attention to golf, which never happens.
Yeah, they're like, oh, golf.
But then you say
golf. No.
When you say Tiger Woods, they're like, oh yes, I remember Tiger Woods.
Oh yeah, it's Tiger. Yeah, I remember.
Let me turn on the golf channel real quick.
Yeah. Who else are people gonna?
Yeah.
Phil Mickelson. Okay.
Him and his man titties flopping everywhere. Nope.
Oh no. R.I.P. Phil. But yeah, Tiger's back.
Yeah, Tiger's back.
Props to Tiger.
I'm happy to say that again.
Listen, Tiger Woods, if you're listening to Memes and Dreams, holy shit. But maybe a shout out wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
We like golf when you play.
But in other news, football's back.
Mm-hmm.
We had preseason week 1. Got to see everybody play.
Mm-hmm.
Got to see a lot of injuries.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stupid ass penalties with the new helmet rule that they have.
Tell me about that.
So in the off season, they passed a new rule saying you can't lead with your helmet on any part of the body. So if your helmet pretty much touches the opposing player, you don't get flagged 15 yards. And it's been bad in the preseason. People getting ejected for it.
Because they're leading with their helmet?
I mean, they're making textbook football tackles and getting flagged for it.
That's ridiculous.
This is, if they don't step up their game, this is going to be the despise of the NFL. This is what's going to make it go away.
It's that bad, huh?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
They might as well make it two-hand touch if you can't tackle people.
Is it, can you see it happen whenever the players, do you feel their discomfort in it?
Oh, yeah.
It's awkward.
You don't know where to hit them now, but you don't want to let up a play because that looks bad on you.
Are you gonna hug them?
Yeah.
Come here.
And I mean, there's been flags thrown, and they'll show the replay, and the announcers are like, "Are you kidding me? This isn't football."
Oh no.
Yeah, so everybody's getting mad about it.
Yeah, understandable.
So besides that, it's just good to have football back.
Mm-hmm.
I love football. It's my favorite sport. favorite team is the Cowboys, so I'm a big homer for them. My prediction for this year, we're going 10-6, and then we're gonna win to the playoffs, go to the Super Bowl, and win that motherfucker.
Yes.
Heard it here first.
This is taped, Jason. We have records of this.
Yeah, and you're gonna go back and listen to it and be like, he was right.
Cool. It's gonna make for a dope episode like 15, 20. Cool. Okay. I appreciate your enthusiasm and your optimism.
But besides the Cowboys, the Browns are this year's subject of Hard Knocks.
Oh, Hard Knocks was.
Yeah.
Hard Knocks is good, dude.
Yeah. So I'm jumping on the Browns bandwagon, and I'm gonna say that they're winning 7 or more games this year, after not winning a single one last year.
Those are high expectations.
They've won 1 game in the last 2 years.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Also, just Cleveland, right?
They're going through a tough time.
They lost LeBron
again,
and they have the Browns.
Yeah.
Those two thumbs down right there.
But,
I don't know what else.
I mean, they got Baker Mayfield with the #1 pick, Heisman Trophy winner. He looked pretty good in his first game, but I mean, that's first game against backups. But he looked promising, and I think because their starting quarterback is Tyrod Taylor, I think if Tyrod loses 3 games, I think he's out. I think that's when they bring in Baker Mayfield, because there's going to be a lot of pressure to play him if they're not doing good.
Well, yeah, because he's the golden ticket.
Yeah.
Well, like the only thing they have.
Yeah. It's the only bright spot in Cleveland right now.
If you have not heard of Hard Knocks, by the way, it's an HBO special that they do. It's every year, right? It's like once a season.
Yeah.
And they pick a team and they follow them for...
It's like 6 weeks.
6
something
weeks.
like that. All throughout like training camp and preseason.
Yeah, so you get to see who gets cut. You get to see like who improves and kind of like how the team forms, sort of in real time.
Yeah.
It's an amazing show. I think HBO did a phenomenal job. Once again, awesome TV. But definitely check it out. It's Hard Knocks. Last year was the Texans, right?
Last year was Atlanta. I think the year before that was the Texans.
Okay, so forget last year. But the year before that was the Texans.
That one was good.
Yeah.
They made the bot look like a beast. Which he is. So.
Well, props to JJ Watt.
All
Do
right.
you have any other wild expectations?
Eagles are not going to make the playoffs after winning the Super Bowl.
That's not That's bias. That's you going, fuck you, Philadelphia.
I fucking hate Philadelphia so much.
Oh my goodness gracious.
They're the worst people on earth. It's Philadelphia fans and then ISIS. Like,
oh my god.
that's how it ranks.
Whoa. Speaking of which, earlier I mentioned the new season of Always Sunny in Philadelphia is going to be releasing later this year. In that season, one of the episodes is going to be them at the Super Bowl.
Oh, God.
And I can't wait to see the gang at the Super Bowl. Always Sunny in Philadelphia, as you could imagine, is set in Philadelphia. So, the characters and the actual actors are both Eagles fans. So,
Stupid.
Great
Stupid
people.
show.
Only people better than Packers fans.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
We still have a little bit of time, so I want to talk a little bit about... last night. Oh no, 2 nights ago, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, man.
Walk me through it, because I don't remember.
So a couple nights ago, we decided to go out. So we mentioned before, our friend Fab KZK, he just got partnered with Facebook for streaming like video games. He's a Fortnite player, but he plays other stuff. And so upon the news of this partnership, we decided, hey, let's go out. Let's make it a time. Let's get the boys together. So, sure enough, we all get together, and we do like a pre-game where Jason comes over and he brings these Mexican martinis. They're phenomenal. Do they have tequila in them?
Yeah.
I despise tequila, and I was down on them. This was so good. So we were drinking that, and then we went over to the pregame where we drank more, obviously. And we had like a bunch of shots. What was it? Vodka, tequila, a little bit of rum, right?
No,
rum and cokes.
Whiskey.
Yeah. There was rum in there. Someone had rum. But, we took some more shots, got pretty loosey-goosey, and got in the celebrating mode. And then we went down to Rainy Street, where it's our new favorite spot for bad decisions.
Yeah.
What bar did we go to?
We started off at Parlor and Yard.
Well, we walked into Eisenhower's.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a girl there that was definitely giving me fuck me eyes. So, if you're listening to this, hey.
Sup?
It's a girl looked at me and she was like, oh, hey. We were waiting on the bartender. She was like, oh, hey, what's going on? I was like, oh, what's up? And she was like, oh, nothing much. And I was like, oh my god. Okay, that didn't happen exactly, but she was just giving me eyes, and she fell back into me, and she was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I was like, oh, you're kind of wasted. I need to match you. But then we had to go, so I was like, okay, cool. So I tapped on her, and I was just like, hey, I gotta go, but you, what was it? What did I say? I was like, it's nice meeting you. She was like, nice meeting you too. And I was like, cool. I don't want to leave. Fuck. And I'm like, left. We were at Eisenhower's first. I remember because of that girl.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember because it was that girl, and then nothing else happened the whole night. We went to another bar. What was the other one?
Parlor and Yard.
Parlor and Yard?
Yeah.
So, Parlor and Yard, where we got some more drinks, and then we did... Okay. Alright. We danced. We were dancing, and this other girl came up to me, and she was chatting me up, and I was like, alright, cool, yeah, okay. And she was like, and she's, she's a cutie. So she goes, she's like, oh, you know what I want to hear right now? And I was like, what? I was what? She's like, I want to hear some fucking Whitney. And I was like, Houston? She's like, yeah, some fucking Whitney Houston. And I was like, oh, okay. She was like, you should request that. And I was like, I should request that. That's a smart idea, random girl. So I walk over to the DJ, and I'm like, hey, can you play some 80s? Some Whitney? And he was just like, what? I was like, yeah, play some Whitney Houston, some 80s hits. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. And I left the table, and I was like, I didn't give him any money. I didn't have any cash, but I realized I was like, he's probably not going to fucking play it. So my friend David came in clutch again, and on my behalf, he had some cash with him. He paid the DJ. The DJ started playing some 80s hits. And the moment that the 80s hits came on, the moment that Whitney started playing, the girl came up to me and then swiftly handed me off to her less attractive friend. And I was with 6 kids, apparently. This is rumored. Not verified, but she might have 6 kids. Well, that's a lot of kids. But she, I was handed off. The gall.
Used you for your music.
This is memes and dreams material, lady. And then she wanted to go dance with one of my friends, so that was kind of a bummer, considering we were there to celebrate a Facebook partnership. So
you don't just hand me off.
So anywho, so we keep on drinking, and throughout the night, Jason is drinking heavily. I would say
as always.
You were and. You're really going for gold this time. You just, whatever drinks were available, you're like, okay. And so, we get back to, we're gonna dive into this because we have a little bit of time. We get back to our friend's place, and we're all just, kind of hanging out. Jason is, within moments, shirtless. And we're like, what the fuck is going on?
What?
We're like, oh my god, he's wasted right now. And like you were slurring words,
Oh god.
and you were like bumping into stuff, but the best part was when you took you were like, I'm thirsty, I want some water. So like you go over to the fridge and you get a pitcher of water, and you get a cup, and nothing's under you, it's just the floor, and you literally pour it everywhere that's not the cup. All over your hand. And you're like, and your reaction was so delayed, it made it that much better. Because you were like, what? What's all this water doing here? So that was fucking dope. We really stepped it up. And then, you yacked a couple times. No big deal. It happens to everybody. Not a lot of people clog up the shower with it, though. But,
Yeah, that was a surprise to me in the morning when I had to clean that up.
Yeah. Because I peeked it. You left the restroom, you're like, and like fell over on the couch. And then I was like, Dave was like, check it out. And I was like, okay. It's like I walk in there and I turn the corner, because the bathtub's around the corner, so I turn the corner and I like open the bath curtains. And I'm like, oh my god.
Did I take a shower?
You did! You took a shower. That's right. Okay, wait. So you go into the restroom for like, you go into the restroom, right? And we have to help you into the restroom because you're like wobbly and shit. And like, we just help you in and then close the door. And then we think about it and we're like, you know what? He might miss the toilet sitting down. Someone should check. Let it be me. I fucking co-host. I open up the door like a crack and I see like a very rock bottom nude Jason sitting on the toilet. So I'm like, yep, he's good. So we hear the toilet flush. Then we hear the shower turn on. And we're like, what the fuck is going on? And so after like a 10-15 minute shower, you walk out in David's bathrobe, or like his towel. It's his favorite towel, because he kept saying it was his favorite towel. And you had your dick all over it. And you walked out, and you were like, where is my underwear?
Oh god.
And we were like, dude, we don't know where the fuck. We looked in the restroom, and you walked past it on the way out of the restroom. So we make you put just that on, because that's like all you had the energy to fucking put on, were your little turquoise panties. And then you actually did pass out. We had to get you on the floor, because like David set up like a little thing to sleep on there. But yeah, I went into the shower. I went into the restroom. I looked into the shower, because I was curious, right? And what it was looks like you took a shower and then threw up into the... And I wouldn't say that if you hadn't have come out ass naked in David's towel. Otherwise, it could have been like, oh, he just threw up in the bathtub. But you walked out buck naked with his towel on, comfortable as shit. And you're like, oh, man, where are my underwear? So, like, I look over, and what it looked like was you took a shower, threw up everywhere, and threw up so much that the pieces of throw up clogged the fucking shower, and it kept the water floating.
Oh.
It was like an afterbirth. It was disgusting. I was like, it looked like a swamp that you created with you. So that was right after eating a Grand Slam from Denny's.
We went to Denny's?
No, we had it favored.
Oh shit.
We favored Denny's. I ate the chicken strips. You had a fucking Grand Slam sandwich, the burger.
I had a burger?
You had a fat ass burger.
Dude, I don't even remember this.
Because you didn't keep it down, dude. It ended up in the fucking shower moments later.
Like I ate the whole burger?
Yeah. Oh, you ate it, and then you ate like the French fries in the most disgusting way I've ever seen. You were like hunched over the sink, like mashing them into your mouth.
Oh my god.
David had to tell you to stop because it was just disgusting. But yeah, you were just mashing them in there. I was just like, oh, Jason, get a hold of yourself, man. Yeah. David got halal guys, but we all got Denny's because Fabian thought it'd be a good fucking idea to get Denny's. Never gonna listen to him again.
Man.
Yeah.
I've never that hangover the next day. It's one of the worst things I've ever had. Like
Yeah, you yacked a couple more times, didn't you?
Yeah, I yacked when we went to go get breakfast, and then I threw up breakfast.
Yeah, you threw up in my apartment complex.
Yeah.
By the gates.
Little Jason on the rocks.
Little Jason on the rocks. There's those little decorative rocks by, like, the apartment gates. There's a bunch of Jasons.
As soon as I got out of the Uber, like, I had to hold it in for a couple minutes.
If you threw up in that, because that was on my app. If you threw up in that car,
I was holding it. Like,
I could hear you because you're like, like, every couple moments you'd be like, I'm like, what is that? That better be a fucking alien or some shit, dude.
Like, I was just hoping, like, please hurry the fuck up and get there.
Yeah.
Like,
because you were like, I remember you got out of the rideshare and you were like, I gotta go throw up. And then you walked over and you immediately, like, just recolored my fucking apartment gates.
Yeah, that was like.
Yeah, you were in bad shape. Man.
I'm 90% sure I got drugged that night, because that's never happened to me. That's never happened to me
that's
before.
Crazy.
Like, I've drank way more than that before and been fine.
Did anyone give you any suspicious drinks?
I don't know. Like, it could have been like if I set my drink down to go to the restroom and come back. Like, you never know. I was looking like a snack, so I'm sure somebody was wanting it.
Jason, well, you were dancing like it, so. It's all that 80s.
Yeah. That was my last 2 days.
Yeah. So,
yeah, because Sunday I spent all day recovering, throwing up and sleeping.
God bless you, sir. Cool.
So, yeah.
I think that about does it, right?
Yep.
So that's all we got for episode 6 of Memes and Dreams. If you have not gotten a chance to, as always, we're going to remind you, feel free to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Our podcast officially is on Apple Podcasts. It's free, like every other podcast. So please subscribe, like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts. We're also on YouTube, where if you go on YouTube, you'll see the video recording of us as well, based on how you like to consume our podcast. But there's no wrong way. It's all right. It's all memes and dreams. And, we're happy to have you.
Yes.
So I don't know why that was like a question. We're happy to have you. Thank you for listening. But yeah, stay tuned for next week. We're going to be hitting up episode 7 with some all new topics and a new meme of the week. And we'll be seeing you then.
Yeah. And make sure to stay till the end for something special.
Right. All right. The very end, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Don't want to miss it.
All right. Cool. Well, this has been Memes and Dreams. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Stay